Manchester United won, West Ham won. A disappointing result at the London Stadium. These are going to be your player ratings from the game. Let's get straight into it, starting off with the goalkeeper, LAMMENS. Now listen, I think his performance today was underrated. Made very good save at the end from that Callum Wilson 1v1. Acted as a sweeper towards the end of the game very, very well. Made a few good claims from crosses, made some decent saves as well. So I'm actually going to give LAMMENS a 7. I think, listen, he didn't really have too much to do, but when he was called upon, he just did his job and he was steady. So I'll give him a 7 today. We didn't win the game, but I thought LAMMENS, without him, we would have been cooked because the saves that he made were very good. And it's just the way that he acted as a sweeper, because that guy would have been in. I think it was maybe Jared Bowen. He would have been through on goal, and it was a great bit of play from LAMMENS. So, yeah, I'd give him a 7. Now, Luke Shaw, for me, gets a 5 today. I think that bit of defending from him is so poor. And a guy that's experienced player, to make that sort of defensive mistake is very, very poor. To let the ball bounce, then he gets caught out of position and not tracking back. Listen, going forward, I thought he was all right. Put a few decent crosses into the box, but didn't really do anything special in that final third. And what we're doing in possession is playing with that back three and that giving license to Shaw to go forward. But we just couldn't get him into the game, and he couldn't put any crosses into the box. So yeah, I'd give him a 5. Martinez for me gets a 6. I think he made some very good interceptions. He made that one tackle. I think it was on Bowen towards the end of the game. Nice bit of Cruyff turn under pressure. He was trying to make passes through the lines. He was trying to kind of make things happen, but it just wasn't working out. In terms of on the goal, as I said, he does kind of get blind. Well, it's not really on him to an extent because he's facing the ball, but again, I'll give Martinez a 6. Now, Harry Maguire looked like he pulled his hamstring after the tackle that he made, I think, on Somerville. Maguire, up until the game, I thought he was very good, made some very good defensive blocks, was very good against Castellanos, and I think he defended very, very well. So, yeah, I'll give Maguire a 6 out of 10. Dalot, for me, I thought Dalot actually played alright. He's been decently well in the Carrick. He's put in some good performances. He looks very calm, composed defensively, and he was good again today. I think Somerville's a very tricky player and didn't really get the better out of him from where I was watching on most of the occasions. And I think Dalot, obviously going forward, is not really his in this role. He's not really aimed to go forward. Obviously, there was that one time Ahmad should have slipped him in, which he didn't. But other than that, Dalot, for me, I'd just give him a 6 out of 10. Kobbie Mainoo again puts a wicked cross into the box for Casemiro to score the goal. But again, I think he is kind of outvoted from the goal. Just Souček just runs past him. And how many times have you seen that goal be scored from United? Whether that's Foden against Bruno Fernandes this season, whether that's Eriksen a few years ago, whether that's been Casemiro recent. Today it was Kobbie Mainoo who, again, just Souček just runs past him. And again, it's just poor defending really. If we have to say how it is. Shaw first immediately out of position, then that leads to a great run from Souček, and then Kobbie Mainoo gets caught off position. So I give Mainoo a 5.5 today. I thought going forward he was very good. We know the quality that he has on the ball. I mean, that cross that he put in was wicked, but just that narrow mistake that he made. Casemiro for me, very good today. Again, the goal that he scored was fantastic and offers a very good aerial threat. He made some good passes, swept up when he needed to. I'd give him a 6 out of 10 really. Bruno gets a 6 from me. He struggled in the game a lot. He couldn't really get into the game in the position that you want him to. He created the most chances in the match, which is not a surprise. But again, he did struggle to get into the game. And that was due to West Ham playing a very mid block. He had to drop deep many times to pick up the ball. And yeah, it was a bit of a struggle for him, I'd say, in that final third. He put one cross into the box that I can think of. That caused a bit of danger, but as I said, other than that, he was trying to make things happen, trying to play intricate passes, but ultimately didn't really work out. So I give Bruno, as I said, a 6 out of 10. Ahmad, as I said, it was just another difficult game for Ahmad. I think Diouf had the better of him when he was on the pitch easily. He's a very strong physical defender, and Ahmad couldn't really get out of him. And I would have taken off Ahmad instead of Cunha, in my opinion. I think Ahmad, listen, he's been great for United this season, but in the game today, I don't think we could get him into the final third and get him at Diouf because he's just a very solid defender. So, listen, I'll give Ahmad a 6, a difficult game for him. He defended very well, to be fair to him, as all the players did, all the forwards did. Now, Mbeumo gets the assist. Again, a difficult game. I think Mbeumo on the left, we just don't really get to see the best out of him, and we couldn't get him into the game. Didn't really have many chances created for him, but gets the assist for the goal. I thought his defensive work rate was very, very good. It was like a moment in the game where he loses the ball and he just runs back, wins it back. Ahmad did that a few times, so did Mbermo. So, listen, the work rate can't be questioned. Again, it just wasn't a game in which United created many chances and we didn't have many shots on target. But Mbermo gets an assist. I'll give him a 6.5 for that. Cunha, now I've seen a lot of people talk about Cunha being like scapegoated. He's the one that out of the front three is always getting taken off first. I think Cunha today didn't really get him on the ball as much. And again, that comes down to West Ham being compact and being solid and being very deep in their lines. I think in a game like this, you need the sort of creative players and attackers to step up, but ultimately they didn't. I've give Cunha a 6 out of 10 for his performance today. I don't think it was shocking. I thought he put a lot of work in out of possession, but in the final third, we couldn't really get the attackers in the games. And you look at sort of Fulham, Spurs, Arsenal, and City. We needed the attackers to come up with moments. And listen, the defence did all right today, but there just weren't enough moments in the attack. Now, the subs, listen, YORO, I genuinely have to give him a 7.5. He made two very crucial blocks when United were going for the game and we had no right back to on the pitch. So YORO had to kind of fill in for that. And he made two. I think one was from Wilson, I think one was from Traore. Two very good blocks. So I give YORO a 7.5 today. Sesko, 7.5 as well. That is a great finish. And 7 goals in his debut season. Another goal for him. Comes off the bench. Again, had a chance. A bit that snapshot which didn't go right for him. But again, he keeps his head up and scores a wicked goal. It's just a great finesse finished into the top corner. And then Xerxes, I'll give him a 6. Listen, had a chance to score with that header, which would have been class. But other than that, didn't really get on the ball. Tried a few things, but it just didn't happen for him. And Michael Carrick, listen, this is the first kind of disappointing result that he's had. It feels like a loss. But listen, United are still fourth, 2 points behind Aston Villa who play. If Aston Villa win and Man City win, we would be 8 points behind City and then 5 points off Villa, which isn't great. But where United are comfortable in that top four. Liverpool win, they'll still be 3 points behind United anyway. Chelsea are 1 point behind. So, listen, Carrick, I think, again, he could have made the subs maybe a bit earlier, bringing on Sesko. I think we were crying out for that vocal point. I agree with the team. I think he should have, as I said, brought on Sesko a bit earlier. But, again, I just don't think in the pitch the attackers did enough. You look at sort of our whole team, it just wasn't good enough in that, and yeah, that was the biggest problem. Final third moments, as I said, shots on target 3 in the whole game. That's not good enough. Yes, the passing was great and there were nice bits of possession, but ultimately it was that the chances that we had in the game. It was that snapshot from Sesko. It was that shot from Luke Shaw that was saved off the line. And I can't really think about many of the chances that Manchester United have, and that tells you everything you need to know. Now, my man of the match, if I had to pick one, would be in between. I know Sesko gets the goal, but YORO very underrated, and so too LAMMENS, but I'd give it Sesko.